my January TBR. I also have recently decided that I'm going to do a couple of reading challenges for 2018, and I've never actually done any real reading challenges. So I'm definitely chatted about and did a video about the Pop Sugar reading challenge, but I also am officially going to be a part of the Backlist challenge, and I think I did this a little bit through Bookish Things and More, but I'm actually going to sign up and do a post, so I'm going to post that and do probably a video tomorrow about it. But I'm really excited to do those two challenges and see how much progress I make come December. The first book, I'm just going to talk about everything I'm going to read, and then I'm going to talk about what I hope to listen to. This is also the first month in a while that I do not have school to worry about, so I hope to get a lot of reading done. Most of these books are ARCs, but because I'm going to do the Backlist challenge, I hope to include a couple of more Backlist books in this, hopefully by the end of the month. The first book I'm going to read is a Backlist book, and it's from my friend Melissa on her recommendation, and it is Witch, the graphic novel. I don't read a lot of graphic novels, but this one seems so interesting. I'm going to read you guys the back. The power of 5. 12 portals have opened between Earth and the dark world of Memoria, weakening the mystic veil that separates the two and protects humanity from an evil that threatens to consume it. 5 girls have been chosen as the guardians to stand against this menace, gifted with the powers of the elements. Will, Irma, Taris, Cordelia, and Haley step forward into the inner rules and known to become the force of good known as WITCH. Sounds super cool, and I really hope to read this soon, or at least make some progress on it soon, because my friend really wants me to read it, and it sounds super cute, and I hope that I like it as well. The next book I'm going to read is going along with my Cinda Williams Chima reread, and this is definitely a Backlist book, and this is The Warrior Heir by Cinda Williams Chima. I actually have read this before. I read this a while ago when I was in middle school, so I'm really, really excited to re-dive into this series and start my Cinda Williams Chima reread. She's going to be a big part of the Backlist books that I read every month, but I'm definitely excited to dive back into the series and then move on and read the other books in the series as well. The next book I'm going to read, hopefully, is Honor Among Thieves by Rachel Kane and Anne Aguirre, and this is a book that I got at New York City Comic Con from Epic Reads. It was from one of their pick form. This is the one that I chose, and this is a science fiction novel, and I'm going to read you guys the top of it. In an Earth-distant future, a savvy young criminal is recruited to join the Honor Space Program, which sends humans into the far reaches of the galaxy abroad, sentient spaceships called Leviathan, only to discover the dangerous secrets that are among the stars. That sounds really, really cool. And I have a couple of space novels, and I think that this month I will be doing a space-themed book tag, and I will definitely be including this in that book as well. The next book that I'm going to read is an anthology of short stories called Meet Cute. Some People Are Destined to Meet, and it includes stories from Jennifer L. Armentrout, Danielle Clayton, Katie Cotugno, Jocelyn Davies, Huntley Fitzpatrick, Nina LaCour, Emery Lord, Catherine McGee, Cass Morgan, Julie Murphy, Meredith Russo, Sarah Shepard, Nicole Yoon, and Iba Azubu. This book comes out the first week of January, and I've actually read half of Katie Cotugno's story, and I actually really, really liked it. So my goal is to probably read like a story every other time I finish a book. So this will probably be a whole month read, but I'm really excited, and some of these authors are definitely some of my favorite contemporary authors, and I'm hopefully will get to read it and complete it soon. The next book I'm going to read is another Backlist challenge, and it's also an Owl Crate book, and that is Foolish Hearts. This was the December book. This is the Owl Crate exclusive cover, and this is by Emma Mills, and this is another cute contemporary novel, and it basically takes place around a production of Midsummer Night's Dream, and I've heard really good thing about Emma Mills novels. I've never read any of them, but I want to, so hopefully this will get read this month and I can report back, and this will also count for the Backlist challenge as well. And then the next book is one that I was going to read last month, but I got a little bit distracted, and that is Seraphina by Rachel Hartman, and I really want to read this and Shadowscale so I can read her Test of the Road, which is like a companion series, and I'm really, really excited to read this, and I hope that I like it as much as everyone else does. The next book I'm going to read is another ARC that comes out in this January, and that is Black Star Renegades by Michael Mordechai, and this is another space adventure book, and it comes out, I think, doesn't tell me when it comes out, but I know it comes out in the beginning of January. But it's basically Star Wars meets Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's a galaxy-hopping adventure that blasts its way from seedy space bars to sacred temples guarded by deadly creatures, all with a cast of misfit characters who have nowhere to go and nothing to lose. That sounds incredible. The next 3 books are some of my most and highly anticipated books of January. One is Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and this book does come out the first week of January, and I'm getting a very, very pretty book that's going to be signed by Holly Black, so I'm super excited about that. But this is the massive reason that I read Darkest Part of the Forest last month, because I wanted to read this, and I heard that there are some interconnections between the series, so hopefully I like this just as much as everyone else. This book has been getting rave reviews. And another book that I want to read that also has very, very positive reviews is The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert, which from what of my understanding is like an Alice in Wonderland retelling, and it's about this girl named Alice. They've always been on the run, but their grandmother is this author of very, very famous dark fairy tales. But when her grandmother dies, her mother suddenly goes missing, and Alice has to go on an adventure to get her mother back. That's a very, very basic premise, but I've heard really, really good things about this book. And then the next book is also another very highly anticipated novel. I got to meet these two authors at New York City Comic-Con, Sasha Elberg and Lindsay Cummings. I've heard really good things about this sci-fi science fiction series, and I'm hopefully that I like it just as much as everyone else. The last book I'm planning on reading this month is one that has to do with the Pop Sugar Reading Challenge, and that's White Rabbit. And this is a psychological mystery by Caleb Roerig, and this goes with the prompt, a book that has an animal in the title, and this doesn't come out till April 2018, but it's like another psychological mystery, and it sounds really, really interesting, and it has an LGBT character at the heart of it. Those are all the books that I hope to read in January, and if I do wind up beating all these books, I will definitely be pulling books from my jars as well. So if I finish these really, really fast, I'll just do like an addendum to this and tell you guys what I wind up reading. I'm also going to make some progress, hopefully, on my listening. I'm going to finish, hopefully, I'm in the middle of listening to Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I want to make some progress on that and catch up with the global reread. Definitely want to finish Tales of the Shadowhunter Academy, and definitely finish the First Circle of Magic book. And I do want to make some very, very big progress also on Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, which I'm reading with the Aloha Mora podcast. So let me know in the comments what books you're excited about reading. Are you going to join me for my Senda Williams Chimer reread? I would love to have you. And don't forget to check out all my giveaways for Between the Blade and the Heart by Amanda Hocking, and several other things. And make sure you guys check out my Pop Sugar Reading Challenge post, and also my Beat the Backlist post that I will be posting tonight. I hope you guys are having a great new year, and I'll see you guys in 2018.